Interesting stuff. The sheriff's office and the county are well aware of this problem, and they're working to cut down on it now. Now, admittedly, some of the people who get caught with a joint or small bag of marijuana in the courthouse are just acting foolish. But others who carry harder drugs, more serious drugs into the courthouse and justice center often have an ulterior motive that's much more serious.
And I walked right in with my weed.
A year ago, Kevin Morris made two mistakes. First, he got involved in a loud argument inside the Hamilton County Courthouse. The yelling attracted the attention of deputies. And that leads us to Morris's second mistake.
How much you have on? About a 20 bag, enough.
Morris was busted carrying marijuana inside the courthouse. We found plenty of other examples, dozens from the last 2 years, of people caught with heroin, coke, and pills inside the courthouse and the neighboring Justice Center. Some may actually be getting high in the bathrooms, like William Adams, who, according to a police report, was suspected of trying to shoot up in the restroom inside the Justice Center's South building. After he missed his court date, deputies say they found Corey Hill wandering around the courthouse with 2 bags containing 2.5 grams of cocaine hiding in his mouth. And investigators said Samuel Howard was caught trying to pass through courthouse security with 4 bags of marijuana, baggies, and a scale inside a backpack.
So why would somebody risk it? Well, investigators with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says if a defendant knows they're about to be sentenced to serious jail time, they'll try and sneak the drugs in to get high one final time. But there's also a much more serious ulterior motive to trying to get drugs inside this building.
Typically, if they're bringing it to the courthouse, it's not to have it in the courthouse, it's to get it over to the jail.
Major Charmaine McGuffey says the courthouse can serve as a pipeline to smuggling drugs inside the jail. Once inside, the drugs can be sold and traded among inmates. And McGuffey says people are going to desperate lengths. Earlier this week, Bradley Moore was sentenced to prison time for drug trafficking. Deputies say after leaving court, they discovered a bag of Xanax pills stuffed inside his body cavity.
We cannot do a pat-down of people unless we have some probable cause to know that they may be carrying something, and we have to find it. So in general, drugs are not going to tip off our metal detectors.
The sheriff's office has made an effort to crack down on the jailhouse drug trade. They've used canines and new technology to clean up behind bars. Now their attention is turning to the courts and how they can catch drug smugglers. Kevin Morris believes until the metal detectors are replaced with something better, it's going to be easy to slip narcotics through security.
If you ain't going in there with a Uzi or something like that, an AK, you can go in there.
Now, the problem is so serious, the sheriff's office told 9 on Your Side they are now looking into installing a mini intake inside the courthouse. That way, defendants who are sent to jail can be searched inside the courthouse before they ever get to other inmates.
Who knew that was such a big problem? Thank you, Jason.